Hey guys, I'm Matt Lighty. This is a quick video I want to show to go over what I partially swapped to as a beginning MF Atlas strategy that requires, I want to say, 80 to 90 points in the Atlas Pass tree. It's in the description below. And the tree currently have 97. It's a hybrid Ghost of Exile strategy that's big into incursion and blocking stuff. And yeah, it utilizes Meticulous Appraiser with thorough exploration. And I just want to show you the two-pronged gameplay loop. And I've been doing this for about a day. This is day 3 now, the very beginning. I did all of day 2, or most of day 2. Yielded some great results. Multiple tier 1s, a T0, a couple, and just like every other, just decent, unique under the sun. I don't really want to show too much because that's spoilers for the series, but like, whatever, things like, just Ralakesh boots, a bunch of every glove you ever want. Can't show those. Yeah, just good stuff, basically. All right. Okay, so the strategy is two-pronged in that the first prong is low investment and the second prong is medium investment. Low investment is a map you have that is alked, doesn't have to be crafted. You put nothing on it aside from the tree. When you hit it, you'll check to rearrange what's on here if anything's applicable. And then you run it, and we're basically going to be walking into the map, checking to see if Ruckus procced, which is the 20 Exile thing. If it didn't, then we just kind of leave. So I would put maybe 30 seconds into the map itself. That's the extent of my investment into each map that isn't a Ruckus proc map. You'll know the map is Ruckus proc because you'll see Exile's symbols from them having additional rewards. And then when you don't see that, you can pretty much just leave. So I feel like I'm pretty much about as far as I would have gone to where I could say with confidence there's no Ruckus proccing on this map. So I'll kill this last rare, and then I fuck off. Okay, so that's gameplay loop 1 with a no Ruckus scenario. Let's do it where we try to get Ruckus to proc here, and I'll show you what that looks like. There's an Exile on the map, there's multiple. Alright, so we got Ruckus proc. This is actually the next map. I'm not sure if the recording reflects this. But because of Meticulous Appraiser and how our Atlas tree is set up, we have a bunch of rarity, but very low quantity. But the ghosts take care of the quantity, so even when we kill shit, we still get uniques and scarabs and maps to drop, despite having 0 IQ investment. This is, again, in a tier 1 map. The higher you go, the more difficult it gets. So just keep that in mind. I wouldn't go much higher than white maps for this, because this is like what I describe as like a week 1 type of Atlas MF strategy. So far I don't see anything I want. So I'm going to keep moving on. And now we're going to full clear the map, basically. And, yeah, see if we get anything we want from this pile of shit. Now I have as the secondary mechanic on my Atlas for this incursion. See, singularities are pretty good. These are examples of, like, good uniques that are, like, not expensive, but SSF getting 2 of those is quite strong for builds. I digress. So I have on my Atlas tree incursion for this. You could also run Abyss if you don't want to have an interactable mechanic. If you just want a passive mechanic, I think fully doing Abyss with the keystone that turns bosses off is good. I have perished. And again, for the lethality of this... Oh, this is a straggler. Hey, little straggler. Nothing. The lethality of this method is tethered to how high of a tier you do. I'm doing tier 1s, I'm dying. Well, I also just run tier 16s, no problem. So that's like a relative level of difficulty. The Ghost of Exile in a tier 1 is kind of like a 16 in a weird way. But yeah, so you still get like currency drops, again, despite there being literal no rarity or no quantity in the map, because the thing takes all your quantity and puts it to rarity. That's what Meticulous Appraiser does. There's a Wilma's Requital, that's good. Okay, we're going to full clear the map. The reason we full clear the map is because the keystone for Wisps says that when there's less than 50 mobs, final boss is Whisped. Then we have the ghost node that makes it so there's a chance that the final boss is surrounded by ghosts. You combine all these things and you equal a very angry boy. I recommend for a map to do this on the tier 1 crypt map, because the boss is a necromancer, so he basically does nothing. 0 risk of death using the necromancer, okay? Doing iceberg here was just because I had an iceberg, but that's not ideal. There's our map return. Again, we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 map returns in a map that has literal 0 quantity because it's all converted to rarity. Maps still drop their tier 1s. But yeah, the boss could get pretty cranked if you get ghosts at him, so just keep that in mind. can be quite spooky. Hey, look, there is another lightning coil. That's a great unique to get, like day 2-3 SSF. All right, and no ghost, but he is wisped. So this is what I meant by the wisp keystone. It gives him an amount of wisp. He can be triple empowered. He was single empowered this time, but he can be triple empowered, and it's much more spooky when he is. He's still quite tanky. When they die, they may or may not drop things. He did. He dropped bullshit. All right, so that is the prong one, where it's like prong 1B, which is you check and the map does have ruckus. That's when you do this. And from this map, this was a completely average scenario. 2 mid-tier usable uniques, some currency, some scarabs, some maps. These are the type of things that fund you just churning maps in part A, okay? So now I'm going to show you what the second prong looks like, which is doing this in a scenario where you invest more. You want to chisel, you want to alch. If it's below 80, you want to val, and then you hope it goes 8 mod. If it doesn't, you add it to your churn pile, your pile of maps that just you churn through to find ruckus procs or things like that. Below 80, you val. 8 mod, perfect. Okay, so we got our map. Now we're going to clean our inventory up and then get ready. So the suite of scarabs that this thing uses is dependent on what you have available. You mostly use the Anarchy base scarab combined with the unique base scarab for reliquaries. You could also use the ghost one, but it's not as good. I would recommend this more so in outdoor maps because they have more room to wander, but it's still not as good. So the best case scenario I found is just doing 2 exiles and then 1 reliquary. Now, when you put these on, this is going to give us an additional 4 exiles, plus the Anarchy 3 exiles, plus the base map 2 exiles. Okay, so that equals, what is that? 14 exiles? Oh my god, math. Most of which will be twinned or paired, all of which will be ghosted. And they'll all have a 100% increased unique rate, and our map will have 140 quantity. It's going to convert to about 400 rarity to the map, 450 rarity. Okay? The only other thing we do here, after getting ourselves set up, oh look, quant drop on that. So we have these, right? Do I want to do more pack size? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Our Ember Locker, I found to be mediocre at best. Except for when there's a reliquary scarab that we have, which is the second tier reliquary scarab that says when a unique drops, when a unique dies, it drops a unique. That's great for the twinning Exile 1 that makes the big Exile of Giantification that splits, or adding like gemlings, but I don't have any gemlings, so it doesn't matter. But adding gemlings, anything you want to add here is probably better than this. The only caveat is it makes the map harder, so just keep in mind if you're adding on embers, it's going to make it trickier. Okay, so we can still get Ruckus proc here, in which case this kicks up to good. You know, it makes it go from good to insane. But either way, we're going to have like 20 Ghosted Exiles, so not a big deal. And these Exiles will drop a couple uniques each. There's a Gold Rim, again, great leveling unique. Yeah, you'll fill out your... I probably have seen, if I were to pick up all the shit, 450 base uniques so far this league, just from doing this. But again, you could kind of see what I'm saying. Each one's going to drop a couple uniques. So minimum I'll be getting 80 to 100 uniques this map, I guess, just by the virtue of the amount of exiles plus other shenanigans. Like these Wisp rares will drop stuff. Dendrobait, that's a good one. It's a great mid-tier unique strategy. Feels extra good now because of scarabs. The rarity of the base reliquary and the rarity of the base exile one are enough that you could do one of these maps about every 2 to 3 ruckuses you get. Whoops. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So we know that the boss is mega ghosted. So we're actually going to leave. Make sure all the ghosts go inside of him first, because this one's a fucking straggler. That's a warlord. He already has a warlord. He can't have 2 of the same ghosts, so he's good. Alright, we're leaving him back there in the dust. Lost but not forgotten. Because we're going to full clear the map, and we're going to come back, and then he'll get wisps. Because once there's less than 50, the wisps will apply. That's how this mechanic works. I would have included more examples of this type of shit from yesterday, but I streamed for 17 hours. I just woke up, and literally the footage wouldn't download in time because I want to get this out. First, you guys get to see exactly what I was doing, because I kept getting questions about why you doing this, how you doing this. I see uniques explain. Affliction was dead. How is there anything dropping? Yada yada yada. So this is it. This is what I've been doing, and it's been pretty good. Oh, there's a smuggler inside my fucking little boy. And again, this boss is not an ideal one to do this on. You're angry too. He's gonna be fucking cranked. It's gonna be a hillock that has 3 ghosts and multiple wisps. And yeah, you'll see. So we didn't get any of the Exile stuff to proc, unfortunately. Just the base amount, which is still fine. Still plenty of goodies to be had there. And here comes the angry boy. So he's going to have... Now, he got triple wisps. Alright. This is actually going to be maybe impossible. Yeah, this might be impossible because he might come in with such anger and hatred in this second phase. I haven't even gotten past the ES yet. Might be so fast I can't even dodge it. Yep, okay. That's eating through my entire mom and agnostic. Oh my god. No, the ES. Oh, I gotta get back fast. He's gonna be full ES again. Well, it's possible. He's just so fucking angry. I had hinder. This would be so much easier. Oh, come on. Maybe? There we go. Alright. So, this is what we're going for. Things like this, right? These sort of explosions that we really want to see. You know, who says Affliction's dead? This is in a tier 2 map with very little investment as far as really resources. And again, most of these uniques aren't going to be great. That's kind of not the point of this. The point of this is we're just going for, like, quantity of uniques because we're just trying to get some stuff that's usable. Like right there. So that's usable. Line Eyes is usable. You know, there could be nothing in here of note, and there really isn't something to grab. This is actually an upgrade for my build. That's the whole point. It's like we're doing this because it is going to get you upgrades at SSF. It's going to get you a great base of uniques to, you know, work towards in your leveling, all characters, etc. That's kind of the point. So, anyway, this is the strategy. You know, again, to go over it, step 1, you're touring the maps looking for things like Ruckus procking, killing the boss if he's close. If not, leave after 30 seconds. If Nameless Seer procs, fantastic. Then doing the map, if Ruckus does proc, full clear it, kill your Wisp, you know, boss, hope it's ghosted. And then if you have extra scarabs, you know, Val, Alk the maps, you know, to get them 8 mod, puts the scarabs on, you can get things like this. And that's it. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll be live by the time this thing goes out. And I'm Matt Lighty. This has been the, I guess, the newest base iteration of the Meticulous Appraiser thorough exploration, fucking unrelenting ghost meme. And it, yeah, it works great. The more points you have, the more you can invest into scarabs to just have, like, that sort of stuff. And again, incursion or beyond, doesn't really matter. I just put incursion on because I also felt good to clear, but that's it. Alright, bye guys.